What's up, everybody? It's the Amazing Bacon. This is actually the second video I'm posting today because the first video was a Kesha video, and that crap got blocked for copyright claim, even though, whatever, it's a reaction video. It's protected under fair use. But anyways, all that aside, I decided after watching that video, because let's be completely real here, that's not my style of music, and I really don't like pop music that much anyways. So I'm going with some requests that are going to be harder hitting, heavier, and rock songs that are more my style that I can get into because that's what I enjoy, and I want to do some songs that I like for a little bit and get away from the pop songs, and we're going to start that off with a request from Randall Batson, and this is For My Family by Agnostic Front, so let's get to it right after the intro. All right, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm ready to get hit with some heavy stuff. Let's do it, Randall. Back in the 240p days.
For my family, for my friends, for all those that we lost our sight. This is a message, this is for you. Never forget the Lower East Side crew. For my family, for my friends, for those that we lost our sight. This is a message, this is for you. Never forget the Lower East Side crew. I remember all the times we spent, and all that we went through. Down on Avenue A, the year was 1982.
I'm really digging this because this reminds me of that kind of punk thrash, like underground rock sound that there was a lot. Like he was saying, starting in '82, like in the mid '80s, late '80s, early '90s, like that style of the northeastern style music where it was all underground and you didn't hear a whole lot of this music, and it was up in your face, it was loud, it was full adrenaline, full throttle, like just always going forward. And back then, music wasn't just typecast into one thing. It was, you had certain genres that enveloped all sorts of different lifestyles, and that's where you ended up getting like your what's it called, straight edge, like your straight edge punk rockers and stuff, where you would definitely have like your G.G. Allens and all of that would be into the drugs and the drinking and all of that. But then you also had your ones that were more of what you would consider like an innocent type message, and that's kind of what this music video is saying. It's for my family. You know, this is for my family, for my friends, the ones that I've lost, the ones that's been there for me. That's why I do this, and that's why I'm going hard. And I love this style of music because you can tell that when they're performing, like, they're giving everything they have to the music.
For my
Hell yeah. So again, going back into the message of the song is like, you don't have to be into all of the crazy stuff and the drugs and everything else to get into rock music. And I think that this was a starting like of a transition period, especially whenever you had your conservative groups that were talking bad about everything that was rock music and all of that stuff. And I'm not talking about like the 70s and 80s, but I'm talking about like that very beginning of the Marilyn Manson like era where he was more or less subverting controversy in order to create like a buzz about himself. And so you had a lot of conservative groups that were convinced that rock music was the devil and that's all they sang about was like killing babies and sacrificing animals and all this bullshit that never actually happened. But different story for another time. But what this is saying here is there was a lot of musicians back then that were straight edge, that they were just old family guys that loved music and they put out music. And one of them that comes to my mind is Henry Rollins with Black Flag. And a lot of people looked at him and he was like a hardcore rocker, and the way that he looked and his tattoos and everything. So many people like assumed that he was on drugs, and he's like, no, like I don't do drugs, I don't smoke. Like he was straight edge. And that was a message that they were putting out. And I love this music. And Randall, I'm glad that you suggested this because this reminded me that that genre even existed. Like being away from the northeastern part of the United States where this type of music got huge, you almost forget that it did exist. And I'm glad that you reminded me because I miss music like this. If you look, like obviously, like I said, this is the 240p days. This is low res videos and it's not full of special effects. It's not full of like anything crazy. And yes, I do love music videos that have a story to them, that have emotion and all that stuff. But the thing is that people don't seem to realize is you can achieve those things without overcomplicating and overproducing your music video. If you look at this, it was just concert footage. It's just him, you know, vocalizing to the screen. He's got his kids on there. He's got his family on there. And it's just showing, hey, you can have all of these things and still love this music. And that's okay. People don't seem to understand that. So, like, this is a genre of music that I wish wouldn't have went away. And that's what my big complaint about music is now, is that, as you've heard me say, and I don't know how many videos, the substance is not there. The depth is not there. And it doesn't have to be overly complicated in order to have substance. This genre of music, this particular like sound and effort that they put into it is at the very base exactly what I'm talking about whenever I say that in videos. And man, Randall, I'm glad you suggested this. I appreciate it. And you guys know I've got to do my shtick that I do in every video, and that is that right down there in the corner, there's that little red subscribe button. If you click that button, there's going to be a bell that pops up. Click that bell. You'll get to see every single time I upload a video. You'll be able to follow me, comment down below, let me know if there's anything that you would like to see me react to in the future. I appreciate y'all's support. Just recently, I got over 300 subscribers, and I know there's people out there with hundreds and millions of subscribers and all of this stuff, and that's all fine for them. But 300 is a number I honestly never thought I would get to, and I hope to continue growing, and I know that I have you guys to thank for it. I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I don't have much to say other than what I've already said. So until next time, this is the Amazing Bacon, and I will talk to you guys later.